All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, episode 2 of the Race Hypermotard build series. In last episode, we put on these badass ducati rear sets. And in this episode, we're gonna be putting on bar ends, as well as a new clutch lever and a brand new master cylinder. So without further ado, let's get started.
Yeah.
All right, so before me, we have the goodies we're installing in this video. And I know these look like Pelican gun cases, but this is just how good of the packaging, in my opinion, that Performance Technology is. Performance Technology, if you didn't know, they are their custom, super bike spec, race part, brake, lever, clutch, all that stuff through ducati. And just to show you, this is my favorite. Look at how nice this billet 3D Tech master cylinder is. And this is the cheapest billet master that you can get on the market. It's already safety wired for the roll-up lever. It has the zero drag lever on it. I mean, they're gorgeous pieces, but they're just absolutely amazing. This is equivalent to a 19 by 20, like if you're running a Brembo or something like that. Also, in these other cases, you can see we have our brake lever guard, our clutch lever guard, and then Herb also got the set of levers. We're not going to be using the brake lever because we'll be using the actual one that came with the kit, but we will be swapping to the Performance Tech clutch lever, no drag as well, and they're an awesome piece of kit. Definitely great. This here, we have our reservoir kit, so we're going to put a new reservoir and bracket and all that. And then this special box here, we have our handlebar covers, and of course, Italian theme. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and break this stuff down, get some parts off the bike, and then we can get this stuff installed. Unfortunately, we're going to have to cut right here for the night, only because the brake line has this weird 90 and it needs to go just like that on the back side of this master. So as you can see, it's like that, it needs to be like that. So we're gonna go ahead and order a new brake line, and we'll go ahead and continue this tomorrow and button up all the other mods for you. All right, scratch that. It got a little dark last night, and on the bike, we actually, we're gonna need to order a new brake line for the new master cylinder. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that ordered, but it's not the end of the video. We have a lot of parts over here: exhaust, tuner, filter, so much to get done. We got new wheels for the bike. I mean, we have so much stuff on the bike to do. So we're not gonna clip this episode here. We're actually gonna tear down everything, get all the panels off the bike, because we are gonna be blocking off the ABS pump and installing new brake lines as well, since we have the bike apart. So now we're just gonna go ahead and get the bike stripped down, and then we're still gonna install the brake lever guards, all that stuff. You wanna say hi? That's my little helper for the day. That's little Julian. And we're gonna go ahead and get started. Time-lapse mode. All right, and that's how you disassemble a Hypermotard in 2 minutes. It is definitely a pain in the ass. If you guys are doing this stuff on your own, There's little stuff like well nuts on the back of this, on the side fairings that you got to hold as you take it off. As you see me struggling with the gas tank, there's a fuel pump cover on the back that for some reason the nuts just weren't coming off of when we were trying to take it off with hand tools. So I had to pull the tank up and then get to it with the gun. That came right off. So now what we're gonna do is, while we're in here, we're gonna take a break from this just for a few minutes. And I'm actually gonna wait to do the handlebar stuff because, as you've seen, I had to disassemble the handlebars to get to that. But we're gonna take just a brief intermission, and then we're gonna start pulling the exhaust all the way off. Headers, everything. We got a full exhaust for this thing in that special little box right there. So we're gonna go ahead and pull the headers off and then get into the Airbox and get this off as well, so we can get it ready to drop in our new filter, install the exhaust, and do our tuner. All right, I'm not gonna lie, that is the hardest Airbox I've ever had to take it off. There's plugs and hoses on the bottom of it that, unless you're a small child or have very extremely Asian or small hands, there's no way you're getting those hoses from the bottom of the Airbox off of here. I mean, you can get them off the throttle bodies, but you can't get the Airbox off enough to put your hand in there. So no casualties, we did good. And hopefully we can get rid of some of these hoses and this mess in here and make it more of a race bike and easier to work on. All right, the naked bike is officially even more naked. We got the headers off, the full exhaust piping, everything. That's gonna do it for this episode. I'm sorry to cut it like this. I know the best part of these builds is seeing the brand new nice parts that we put on there, but we're running out of daylight, and I know you guys are gonna wanna hear a startup and everything. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this build series as much as we do bringing it to you. And stay tuned for episode 3. We start putting the goodies on here. We'll see you next time.